It's time for From the Short Grass with Trey Schaap, a golf podcast for those who love golf, struggle with golf, and just like to enjoy the outdoors and fellowship with friends, all while chasing a ball around trying to put it in a 4 1/4-inch diameter hole. From the Short Grass is brought to you by Stevens Incorporated, an independent financial services firm with the freedom to focus on what matters most. Blackman Auctions. For over 80 years, better auctions have always been Blackman Auctions. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels. We partner with you to deliver high-yield results by managing, developing, and investing in top-quality hospitality assets. And now, from the Short Grass, here is your host, Trey Schaap.
Welcome to another edition of From the Short Grass. I am your host, Trey Schaap. The United States team falls to the Europeans in the Solheim Cup matches. Actually, when you say fall to them, they didn't fall because it was a tie, and so the Europeans retain the cup. That is something that Stacey Lewis might want to look at changing, and she talked to the LPGA Tour Commissioner about it. Should there be a playoff when the matches are tied, which was the case this year at 14 points for the USA and 14 points for Team Europe? Look, I'm all about playing off a tie to determine a winner, but it's been this way forever. And the Ryder Cup is the same way. You have to get a half point more to win the cup. The United States team was unable to do that over the Europeans in the Solheim Cup this year. The Europeans lifted the Solheim Cup for a record-breaking third time in a row. So maybe it is time to look at a way to change the rules, and if there is a tie, you have a playoff. I think there are a lot of players that would be in favor of that, and it would definitely make for better television as well. Coming up on this edition of From the Short Grass, I sit down with former Razorback quarterback Quinn Grovey. When we first sat down, Quinn just exuded how much he loves the game of golf. You could tell right away that he was ready to sit down and chat about playing the game of golf, and I think it will come across in this interview. Blackman Auctions. Since 1938, better auctions have always been Blackman Auctions. Find them on the web, blackmanauctions.com. And if you've never been to an auction, go to one. That's all you have to do. blackmanauctions.com on the web. Since 1938, better auctions have always been Blackman Auctions. We're back after this. Stay with us.
Heading to El Dorado to check out some live music or to play Mystic Creek? Stay at the Haywood, the only boutique hotel in the middle of downtown and the Murphy Arts District. If you are spending a weekend in Hot Springs, make plans now at the Marriott Courtyard close to Lake Hamilton and Oaklawn. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group manages both of these fine properties, and you will rest easy knowing that your every need is taken care of. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels on the web at bphotels.com.
At Stevens, our philosophy is to invest every dollar as if it were our own, to seize opportunity, to anticipate rather than react, to deliver constant focus in an ever-changing world, and to pursue the objectives of our clients in order to help them reach their financial goals. A proven history of helping companies and individuals. Stevens, member NYSE, SIPC.
I'm Thomas Blackman with Blackman Auctions. I've heard it said that sometimes there are two best days with real estate ownership. It's the day you buy it and the day you sell it. Depending on where you are in your journey, let me help. If you're looking for that outdoor getaway or that home in the city, I can help. If you're looking at selling that outdoor property you haven't seen in 3 years, I can help. Or selling that home in the city that you've outgrown, I can help. Blackman Auctions is your one-stop real estate company. Since 1938, better auctions are Blackman Auctions.
Welcome back to this edition of From the Short Grass. I am your host, Trey Schaap. Quinn Grovey grew up in Duncan, Oklahoma, and was a Player of the Year in the state of Oklahoma his senior season after passing for 900 yards and rushing for 700. He chose Arkansas over the University of Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. He was a 4-year letter winner for the Razorbacks, a 3-year starter at Arkansas from 88 to 90. He also led the Razorbacks to the 1988 and 89 Southwest Conference Championships In his career, he passed for 4,496 yards, rushed for 1,746. He was named to the Arkansas All-Century Team and All-Tell Southeastern Conference Football Legends. On the tee, Quinn Grovey. Q, thanks for joining me on From the Short Grass. When did you first pick up a golf club and fall in love with the game?
I started playing in high school. I got a hand-me-down set of golf clubs. And I was thinking, you know what? That little white ball is sitting right there, waiting on me to hit it. Now I'm thinking, yeah, I can handle that. But it's the most frustrating thing out there that, I think I could be good if I spent a whole lot of time at it. But, yeah, I started playing in high school, got me, like I said, a hand-me-down set of clubs, let it go when I got to college, and then when I got in the corporate world, I kind of picked it up just a little bit more. I can hit some really, really good shots. I just can't do it consistent. And I think that is really the problem for most golfers out there every Saturday and Sunday when they try to make something happen. But I love the game. I absolutely love the game. It's just all about me deciding to commit to getting better. I have a golf course right down the street from my house that I'm a member of. I need to go chip, need to go putt, need to go do some of those things like that.
Right.
And be able to provide value when I get out there on the golf course.
Growing up in Duncan, Oklahoma, did you play at the country club there, or where did you play? Was there a public course there too?
So we had a country club, then we had a place called Twin Oaks. I played a lot at Twin Oaks. Country club was more like exclusive, that kind of thing. Twin Oaks, I could go out there and play anytime I wanted to, but I didn't play a whole lot. That was my problem. The game of golf, I learned about it earlier, but I didn't really know about it. I mean, you know, golf is one thing. You see your friends playing it, but until you're out there playing it and understand all the things that come with it, yeah, it's a tough thing.
But growing up, when you did, that's pre-Tiger Woods that you picked up the game coming around. I mean, golf wasn't cool, I don't think, until Tiger Woods came around. Would you say that's probably a fair statement?
Well, Tiger took it to another level. There's no doubt about it. But like you said, I was playing it beforehand, and I wanted to be good at it beforehand. But when you see Tiger Woods doing it, you're like, okay, all right. I might as well go ahead and get really good at this. And, Tiger helped take it to a new level for all races, all creeds, all colors, whatever it is. Tiger took it to a new level. He took the game of golf to a new level, regardless. And I was so excited about that. And I would watch a round of the U.S. Open, see him doing that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play golf right now. And then I'm back after 3 holes because I am so frustrated because I can't hit the dang ball. So it's a fun thing.
Isn't that funny, though, how it works? The Masters is in April, and as soon as it's over, it's like, okay, I'm ready to get out there and play because you've watched the tournament, and albeit whoever wins, but it kind of gave you that jolt of, okay, now it's time to go out and play. The winter is over.
Yeah. It does. And, when you're watching those guys, whether it's a chip, a putt, or whatever, they make such great contact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. I don't do that all the time. And it's just like, it's effortless. Even bad shots. I will take the worst shot on the PGA Tour as my best shot. And to see them be able to do it, and you see them take Dustin Johnson and Ernie Els, those guys, those long backswings, slow, come through, just – you're like, okay, I'm going to, when I go out there today.
That's what I'm going to work on.
Yeah, I'm going to be slow and smooth and all that. And then that ball is over there in the fourth.
I can't imagine you doing anything slow, though.
Well, I'm trying to learn. I understand. I hear about that takeaway and then the backswing and then coming on through and just making sure everything is really, really good and under control. And, I have a problem with it. There is no doubt I have a problem with it, but I am going to get really, really good. There was a time where I was driving the ball probably 300 yards every time I hit a tee shot.
You just didn't know where it was going.
Yeah, that had a lot to do with it. But when I hit it straight, it was going a long way. And now, when you get older, it's like, where is the power? I mean, it's like I'm trying to figure out what can I do. I'm thinking the exercises that I can do to like get more torque, more power, and that kind of stuff. And man, I want to be good at golf, and I'm not good, and that's my problem.
You said that you kind of quit playing when you got to the University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Let's go back to your time in high school there in Duncan, playing quarterback, football team, everything. Did you try to play on the golf team?
No,
then too?
No. That
was it too windy for you?
No,
growing up in Oklahoma, you said, "Hey, there's no way I can play golf."
No, I just
in the
was
wind.
not good enough. I wanted to be successful, and I would not have been successful playing on the. We had some great golfers, and like, I would like befriend our golfers, and like, I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I respected what they did.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they respected what I did, but like when it came time to like thinking about being on the golf team, no, that was not going to happen because that would have been I wasn't going to help anybody. I wasn't going to help Duncan High. I wasn't going to help my family. I wasn't going to get no scholarship. None of that was going to happen. But yeah, I respected what they did, and I just got to find a way to get good.
Why Arkansas over Oklahoma and Oklahoma State? They recruited you, didn't they?
Yeah. No, I was recruited by them, but I was recruited by just about everybody in the country. And so, like, some of them wanted me to play quarterback. Some wanted me to play running back. Some wanted me to play defensive back. And so I had to make sure that I was doing what was the best for me. And being able to come to the University of Arkansas was the best decision of my life. Hands down, 100%. And my mom told me that back in the day. She was like, and my mom really doesn't. I mean, my mom, she's passed away, but she said, if you come to the University of Arkansas, I can feel it. I can see it. I can see like you are going to be able to provide for your family in a meaningful way. So she was looking past the 4 or 5 years that you have.
Right.
And so come to the University of Arkansas really helped me be able to springboard my career. And she was completely right. I mean, my mom doesn't use words like meaningful, that kind of thing. But when she said that, I was like, and then I knew that the University of Arkansas was a place for me. And I have not been let down one bit about coming here. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here. And I'm thankful for what I'm doing now. I'm thankful for the Razorback Foundation. I'm thankful for being able to do the radio broadcast. I'm blessed, man. I'm the good Lord is taking care of me, and I'm extremely excited about it.
After a short professional career, you did go into the corporate world. And as you said, you kind of picked the game back up. How did it help you?
Well, I mean, because you can get out there. The way it helps you the most is being able to play well enough to keep up with the group. If you can play well enough to keep up with the group, then you can have conversations, business conversations, funny conversations, or whatever. But people cannot be waiting on you to hit the ball. They cannot. You can't like be in the rough looking for your stuff all the time.
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah, but you can't do it. I mean, it's like, let's go. And so what I want to be able to do is play in the short grass. And so, I mean, it's a big thing, and I'm trying to learn how to get that going. But golf has been so great for me because when you're out there, there's not a better place to be. I mean, you're out there hanging out, you're in the nature. And it's like when we go on vacation and stuff, I'm always trying to find golf courses that has like water views, stuff like that, because I got my nephew, Casey Grovey, who goes with us on vacation. My mother-in-law plays a lot, Rita Duncan. And so I compete against my mother-in-law and her husband.
Does she beat you?
She used to. Now, when I tell you, she was whooping me at 65, 66, that's hard to swallow. That's hard to swallow when your mother-in-law is 65, 66, but all she does is hit it straight down the fairway.
She knows where it's going. Yeah.
Straight down the fairway. And you can be as strong and as long as you want to, but if you got somebody, first of all, who gets the women's tees and then hit it straight down the fairway, it's a win. But we got her under control now. I mean, like she knows. I tell her, I say, you never win again. And you're talking trash to your mother-in-law like that, you probably shouldn't. But I was like, you never win again, because she had throttled us for so long. So we would be me and my nephew Casey versus Rita and Ralph, and they beat us up for a long time. But now, yeah, it's
you're taking the cake. That's good to hear. You're working for the Razorback Foundation. I'm sure you get to play in a lot of scrambles.
Yep.
Doing that, not only the fact that you're a former Razorback, a member of the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame, and playing in that tournament as well, but when you head out to scrambles, do you go up to the team and are you like, all right, guys, here I am, or is it, guys, I'm sorry you got me today?
Well, I first of all, I think I'm doing the same thing. I'm like looking at the team. I'm like, do we have a scratch golfer on the team? That's my first thought. If we don't have a scratch golfer on the team, it's like, okay, let's have fun. Let's tell some stories. And so I think that my mom always said, man, be kind to people and meet them where they're at. And so if we're not winning or playing to win, let's just go have fun. And if I can tell some stories and all that kind of stuff to help people enjoy their experience, that's what it's all about. I want to win, but if we're not going to win, let's have a good time. Let's win the party, and that's what we're going to do.
One guy that I think wins the party all the time is John Daly.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
What's it like playing with him?
The dude is a machine. I mean, a lot of people see John, but the dude is a machine. He absolutely is electric. I mean, he'll go after it, and he has a great time, and I love his mindset. I love what he does, and he doesn't care about what anybody else thinks. And I think, some people would say, like, I'm not going to do what John would do, but he does what he does because that's what he wants to do. And it's been the staple of what he's done over the course of the years. And I'll sit down with John Daly anytime, hang out with him anytime, because he's a winner. I mean, even though there's a lot of things that's going on in his life, but he's a winner, and he's going to do it his way. And I respect the fact that when you can do it your way, that's a big thing.
You have a documentary out, Growing Up Grovey. For the listeners out there that haven't seen that, what can they expect if they decide to watch it?
Well, I mean, it's a documentary we decided to do, and it's, about my mom's battle with Alzheimer's. And so she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2006, and our family had to take care of her. And so I was the primary caregiver. So it focuses in on her battle with Alzheimer's and just kind of learning about Alzheimer's, because we didn't know anything about it. And to be able to work through that and help her get through that, because like when your loved one is diagnosed with something like that, you can't get off the roller coaster. I mean, you're stuck, and it's like, all right, this is my mom, and if she is dealt this card and our family is dealt this card, then I'm going to figure out every single way possible I can to help her deal with it. And so it took me a long time to really work through that, because I was like mad, because like this is the strongest woman I ever knew in my life. And to see her reliant on me for everything, it was very, very difficult to deal with. And so I had to say, you know what? I'm here and I'm going to help her. And we got to the point where towards the end, we had to put her in an assisted living facility, and picking an assisted living facility is one of the most important things you can do. I was there all the time, and like I had this little DVD player like right next to her bed. And when we had her in the assisted living facility, it was very difficult for her to walk, talk, and all that kind of stuff. And I'd be in there and I'd be like, look, I need, like, anybody that was working with my mom on that wing, I would say, look, I'm going to treat this like orientation in the workplace. I know you may not care, and nobody's going to care about my mom as much as I do. But what I will tell you is, here's a video, and I need you to see her laughing. I need you to see her talking. I need you to see her being living life, because right now she can't do all that. And to you, that's work. To me, that's my mom. And I need everybody to understand that this is not a burden. You know, don't treat my mom like a burden.
Mm-hmm.
Just understand that come in and take care of her the way. But I know you're not going to take care of the way that I want you to, but I at least want you to meet the mom that I know, and I need you to know her.
Coach Broyles had to go with that with his wife, Barbara. Did you learn anything in talking with him about how to care for someone with Alzheimer's?
Yeah, Coach helped me out a lot. There's no doubt about it. He went through it with Barbara, and then my mom came shortly after that. And to be able to have a guy that can sit down and just kind of tell you those things, and then his daughter Betsy Broyles Arnold, and then Molly, the granddaughter, creating the Broyles Foundation. They created the Broyles Foundation, and the biggest thing that Coach did was the fact that with his time with Barbara, being able to create the playbook that he created, Alzheimer's and Dementia Playbook for Caregivers, that was probably the most important tool that I got because I didn't know anything about it. And when you're dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia, you've got to be able to understand it. And that's why I love the fact that the play on the playbook, he's a coach. The biggest thing you got to be able to do is understand, as a quarterback, you got to understand what the defense is trying to do to you. And to me, I didn't know a lot of stuff because I did everything wrong early. I mean, trying to, rationalize, get my mom to understand that something is not happening that she thinks is happening, but in her mind, that's what's going on. And so you've got to be able to understand all that kind of stuff. Understand, like when you feel bad, you've got to understand that it's not you. You got to, So that playbook was so helpful for me and my family, and it helped us be able to level set and then be able to go in and help my mom and help her in a meaningful way.
You have gotten to play with a lot of people. Obviously, Coach Broyles, John Daly, I'm sure Coach Hatfield as well. Who are some of the top guys that, or even gals, that you've had the opportunity to play the game of golf with that you really enjoyed?
I tell you, well, one of them is, I love playing with Justin. Justin Moore. Now, he's going to walk out and he's going to look the part. He's going to look great.
He takes the cowboy hat off.
Shirt, pants, belt, shoes. He's going to look good. And he's going to get up there and hit a crappy shot. I said it, Justin. Yeah, I said it. But no, he's a pretty solid golfer. Daly is very good. But really what I like is like when we go to tournaments all across the state of Arkansas and working with the foundation, being able to see people that I don't get to see on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
So going to those tournaments that are, I love the ones in Northwest Arkansas, but when we can get out to, Hot Springs Village or Dumas or whatever, across the state, Jonesboro, all those things, whenever I can get across the state and see people, to me, that is the most fun because those are people that I don't come in contact with every day.
When this person is on playing professionally, Quinn Grovey's going to tune in. Who is it?
It's always Tiger. Tiger is the one. Tiger controls everything. I don't care if he is healthy or whatever. If it's a Thursday and it's starting, people will watch it. And if it's Friday, people wonder if he's going to make the cut. And if he makes the cut, it's going to be the highest rated, show of the weekend. And then Sunday, they're still going to watch. And if he's like plus 12, they're still going to show his shots.
Right.
So
if he's in contention,
then people, the real golfers are nervous. But there was a time where like they were so scared of him. It was like if he was lurking,
intimidating.
Oh, yeah, he's coming.
Yeah,
and he'll probably never be back. But to the way that he was, of course, but. If he's in a tournament, I can promise you it will be tuned in and watched.
Best golf course Quinn Grovey's ever played.
Whoa. So when I got married in 2007, we played a golf course in Jamaica. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. And so, like, every time we go on vacation, I always try to find a way to play a golf course. Even if I stink or suck or whatever, I still want to try to find a way to play a golf course. But the one in Jamaica was absolutely awesome. There's a sneaky course that I played in San Antonio called the Quarry. It was like a rock
I've heard of
quarry.
it. Yeah.
It was really, really awesome. And we played in one. It was in Galveston. And I'll never go back, ever. It was a beautiful course, but the mosquitoes were like different colors. I mean, it's like, so we're getting.
What color were they?
I mean, they were black, orange. I was like, is that a mosquito? I mean, like, they were like, it was like a gang of mosquitoes. Like,
oh, man.
I mean, it was bad. And like, when you pull up and you open up the trunk and you get your and mosquitoes are like, whoa. I mean, they're all on you. So, like, I was thinking, I ain't gonna make it. I really ain't gonna make this. And so we get in and get our cart and stuff. And I'm playing with my mother-in-law and her husband. And we're on the first hole, and mosquitoes are just like, it's like a fight. I mean, seriously, like like aggressive, like boom, boom. And I was just like, I ain't gonna make it. So we get to the second hole, and my mother-in-law, her husband, he's just standing there, and there's like 70 mosquitoes on the back of his leg. I mean, I'm like, you're going to need a blood transfusion, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's bad. And I was like, forget it. I mean, he's a tough cat. I mean, he's like a John Wayne kind of dude. He's like, I'm standing there, I'm enjoying it. I was like, yeah. And then we left that second hole. We jumped in the golf cart, and mosquitoes that were there, like, were chasing us. And I was just like, man, I'm out here. So after hole 2, I said, y'all can have it. I'm going back to the condo. But it was a beautiful course. They still say to this day that was the most beautiful course that they played in Galveston. I was like, well,
but not for Quinn Grovey.
I didn't see it.
Fantasy foursome, living or deceased, 3 other players that you would like to play around a golf with.
Oh, Tiger would be one. I'd put Daly in there too. I mean, just from a golf perspective, I'd probably pick like a guy like if I got Daly and Tiger, I'd probably pick somebody in the golf community. I like Patrick. He's a trash talker. I love the way he talks trash.
Mm-hmm.
I love him in the Ryder Cup, boom, making clutch shots and all that kind of stuff.
And Quinn, he's the first one that started showing up wearing a red shirt and black pants when that used to be Tiger's garb on a Sunday.
That takes a lot of guts right there.
Yes, it does.
That takes a lot of guts, but I'd go Daly, Tiger, and then I'd probably invite somebody like personally to me where I could go, like maybe somebody like an Andre Ware, so I can talk trash to him.
That would be great. Q, thanks so much for the time.
I appreciate it, Trey. Thank you, man.
With all the decisions you need to make about what to do in El Dorado, finding a place to stay is an easy one. The Haywood is uniquely positioned to make your stay one to treasure. Located in the historic Union Square district of El Dorado, the Haywood offers luxurious accommodations that feature contemporary, colorful rooms with high-quality bedding, comfortable baths with walk-in showers, and a spacious workspace with stylish plantation shutters that are unique additions to the stunning decor in a non-smoking environment. Make the Haywood your home away from home the next time you visit El Dorado. This is Thomas Blackman with Blackman Auctions. Looks like this podcast has really taken off. The guests are incredible, stories are captivating. It might be Trey's hard work and dedication to the sport of golf and his sincere interest in his guests. Or could be the support of an 85-year-old auction company that does real estate and industrial auctions all over the country and is owned by a guy that doesn't play golf worth a flip. You guys listen to the podcast. I think you know the answer. If you want to learn about the game of golf, listen to Trey. If you want to know about auctions, call me. Since 1938, Better Auctions or Blackman Auctions.
That's all the time we have for this edition of From the Short Grass. When you need an overnight place to stay, make sure you go to Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels, bphotels.com on the web, and make sure you're staying at one of their properties. They're a great sponsor of From the Short Grass. Matthew Allen, Blair Allen, they know how to manage hotel properties. Remember, when you find your ball mark on the green, fix it and a couple of more. And I hope to see you sometime soon from the Short Grass.
You've been listening to From the Short Grass, a weekly podcast dedicated to the game of golf. This has been a presentation of the Buzz Radio Network.